first ban of the game is going to be Reborn, banning Bellica. Ascend is going to be banning Revenant once again. Interesting picks.
Probably a good option. Don't doubt. Yeah, if NATO can do that with a Twin Blast, just think what he can do with the Revenant.
Reborn's first pick of the game will be Grux for J. Leo. Ascend taking the Twin Blast away from NATO Sick, and the Decker to follow up on that one. Reborn.
Good
counter pick. Reborn goes in with Greystone for Reflect, and Morigesh coming back. I mean, if it's not broke, or if it is broke, you might as well use it.
Yeah, Greystone's one of the heroes I'm not a fan of watching Reflect on. I mean, he's not. He's one of the most simpler heroes. I don't think I like to see heroes where he can make plays, but you know, he's still a Greystone at the end of the day. You hold W, and you know, hold left click and just smash down towers.
Just
basically,
just take a nap with your fingers on the button, just tape them down, and get a W. That's it.
Yeah, and Solo did absolute work with this Morigesh last game, so I'm pretty sure he's going to get the pick he wants if he asks for this Morigesh.
Ascend is going to be picking up Sevarog in the jungle, Kwang in the off lane. Reborn follows up with Nadosic on Sparrow, and Master Splinter with Muriel once again. Last pick of the game, Taurino on Gideon.
Interesting. It's not a mid laner. I mean, since we've had Bellica and Howie and Gadget, we don't really see a lot of Gideon's. His ultimate, while really punishing, puts you in such danger. But the enemy team hasn't actually got a stun. I mean, they've got the Grux, but if you can get high enough, you can stay out of that sort of situation where he's a problem. So that might be a good pickup against this team.
We'll see how this one goes. I'm ready to get straight into this game. See how this one goes. See how Gideon works out. See if Nas or Zilla can outbox the Sparrow. Because there's potential for this. You know, interesting things to happen in this game. All right. You ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, and go. All right, guys, game 2 of the quarterfinals to introduce Team Reborn. Nadosic on that Rogue Sparrow skin. Reflect on the Greystone. Oh, the fancy one. Look at him go. He's got a nice little haircut. His sword's all futuristic and glowy. And we actually have Shui, Taurino, and the rest of Ascend jumping in once again, looking for that early game pick. Pretty sure Reborn knows what's going on, though, as they're just clearing the jungle out. J. Leo's watching it happen, you know, minding his own business, keeping his distance. And they're just going to go back to him with the deuce. They do manage to ward off the enemy jungle. J. Leo rotating around once again. Almost gets caught out by, Taurino almost gets caught out by J. Leo. Shui and J. Leo now just boxing each other out. He goes to land the tether. Just try and get the peel off, and then he walks away. Unfortunate for Shui, because he's now forced to use his tether ability at level 1. Not able to get the Light of the Heavens off. So he's going to be a lot easier to kill. Like, really easy to kill. Reflect jumping onto Oracle in the left lane right now. We still have yet to introduce the teams fully, because everyone's just kill happy right now. Apparently. To finish this off, so we had Nadosic on Sparrow, we had Reflect on Greystone. Solo Nazgul once again on Morigesh in the mid lane, already doing damage to that Gideon. J. Leo on the Golden Grux. Master Splinter rocking the Master Muriel once again.
Yeah, and for Ascend, we're going to see I keep saying Fandango, Infidalgo on the Sevarog, Zilla on the Twin Blast, Taurino on this Undertow Gideon, the Oracle on the Decker again, and Shui on the Kwang.
All right. J. Leo's already finished. No, Ian Fandango clears out his green buff. He's going in the last bit of the camps over there. We do see Shui positioning himself pretty aggressively against the enemy team. Probably the appropriate thing to do, because right now Zilla and Oracle are just pummeling down that tower onto Reflect. I'm going to see how this game progresses out, because J. Leo has the more early game jungler right now, so it could be a lot more snowball-y, Jaleo spent a lot of his time last game just farming in the early game. In the first 20 minutes, just farming away. And now he has Grux, who has that early game damage. Shui landing the tether onto Solonazgul. No one there to follow up on that one, so he's going to walk away. 10 seconds. The river buffs are spawning right now. The jungler for Ascend nowhere near the buffs at this time. Jaleo looking to grab the buff on the right side of the map. It's all black. Ian Fandago getting the one on the left, which is a red. We may see a fight break out in the mid lane here.
Grux with a black is never, just essentially double bleeds on you is never fun to have.
They do know he's there. Jaleo's just completely disrespecting the enemy team, going right into the jungle. The Amber Link, somebody goes down, followed by Muriel with the shield, getting the double pain off. Ian Fandago picked the wrong fight. As the slow goes out, that could be a dead ghost. I mean, he's already dead, but hey. And now there's the BM continued as they drain the Amberlink out completely. Talrino not too sure if anything's going on around him. He does know his team is gone, but hey. They walk back, he's back under his tower. Gold buff is picked up by both ADCs on each side of the map. Interesting thing is that Reborn opted to not go for the 2v2 lane once again.
Yeah, it made one of those things where the sort of shock tactic worked, but I mean, I think they did well enough in that lane to just make it work. Maybe they've got more faith that Reflect can sort of hold this lane more with a Greystone than he could with a Seraph.
Oh, there's a stasis bomb going up from Oracle, just barely misses. The grenade will land onto Reflect, though, as they now hit level 3. 30 seconds until the next round of River Buff spawns, and that's when we can see, hopefully, a little bit of action right now, as both teams are pretty quiet. We did have Reborn with that early game invade, and that's actually going to affect Ascend quite the bit. You're not going to have that first rotation of CXP drip that you usually get. Riveros are spawning now. Jaleo's already at the right buff. Meanwhile, Ascend is at the left together. Buffs are spawning. It's going to be a blue and a purple. Hopefully Ian can channel that inner Jaleo.
Jaleo didn't get a purple?
Oh. Shui now getting engaged on. There's a smash and grab. 3v1. Throws down the tether. Hail of arrows goes up as well. Piercing shot will go out. And it lands! First blood of the game going to Nadosec in the mid lane. Solonazgul could be in a bit of trouble. Talrino trying to throw out the slow on Gideon. Will miss it and instead throws down. There is, oh my god, Muriel throwing out the Alacrity or missing it. Solonazgul has to double back for it to pick it up, but it does work out in his favor. He managed to walk away. Overall, 1-for-0 and 1-for-0 trade in favor of Reborn.
Yeah, this game a little bit slower. I think we'd already seen 3 kills in the last game by the 5-minute mark, so taking things a little bit slower, not quite a snowballer. But I expect Jaleo to be a little bit more aggressive on this Grux than he was on the Severock last game. He was focused a little bit more on farming, but the Grux farm is a lot quicker than the Severock farm, so we can get his camps and start doing more work around the map.
In the right lane, we see Shui being pummeled down by Nadosec. That passive from Sparrow just does so much damage. He has to rotate off the tower and go back into the jungle. Try and secure some ways. He's going to ward it out just in case Jaleo decides to come upon.
Yeah, you soon get sick of that when that keeps happening.
It's over and over. Just leave me alone. Like we said, very quiet game right now. Jaleo actually rotating onto Zilla, who's by himself with absolutely no support nearby. As Reflect just beats him right in the back of the head. There's the stasis bomb coming out of the Decker. Smash and grab will land onto Zilla, who's now caught out and being body blocked by the Grux. Reflect jumps on top of him. Great subjugate coming out of Ian. Healing for his carry, who just needed it at the right time. They are going to go and secure that gold buff off the team, but hey, that's a consolation prize in comparison to what they could have had.
Yeah, very timely route there from the Severock.
Talrino picks up the purple buff from Solonazgul. He is warded out. There is a black buff on the other side of the map. they do not know about just yet. Master Splinter's over there. He's not looking to secure it. They're actually going to give it to Nazgul. This could be bad news for Talrino.
Yeah. Red buff or black buff on the Morgesh is never a good proposition to go into.
It's the dots. So many dots.
So many dots.
Alright, and they're choosing not to use it just yet. I guess it's hard to gank a Gideon. Talrino just jumping in circles. I think he's already tired of this. Lands a rock.
Yeah, he's facing a Morgesh that has both black buff and her ult up as well, so
no point in going anywhere near her.
I don't want to go anywhere near it most of the times.
True. That's true. Raptor spawning in 2 minutes right now. We do have NATO Stick starting to face off against Oracle and Zilla. He's level 5, and Muriel's right behind him. So if NATO wants to jump in on that fight, now is the time to do it before the ultimates come out of the enemy safe lane. Master Splinter still only level 3 though. There is the piercing shot coming out, doing a nice little chunk of damage to Zilla. In the mid lane, we do have another engagement. Talrino dropping down the black hole, doing what he can. The curse goes out. Double smashing grab from Grux. Solo Nazgul picks up the kill onto Talrino. Poor man did what he could. Not enough.
I mean, if you could kill the enemy Gideon before he gets his ult off, you need CC, I suppose.
Yeah, pretty much. Who needs CC when death is the ultimate CC?
It's a real hard CC death.
And there is the stasis bomb coming out of Oracle. He's going to use the quenching scales as well to help Zilla out and heal him up a little bit. They're going to back off now and opt to buy. Interesting enough. First buys of the game. We are seeing Zilla going to be picking up yet another Madstone gem. Oracle going for the quenching scales. And then he's going to buy out a ward as well. Keeping everything nice and tight. Nice and clean. Funny thing here. Ian Fidalgo going for the Oasis Siphon instead of the Stalker Siphon.
Interesting. I've heard a few of the players talk about it. I'm not personally a fan. It gives you great sustain in the jungle, but when you go out for those ganks, you miss that attack speed, you miss that health, you miss that damage, or whatever from like a Guardian Siphon or something like that.
I don't think you need that much sustain in the jungle. Like the Siphon usually covers you.
Yeah.
And you can't clear as fast either, so.
No.
Alrighty. In the left lane, we do see Ian Fidalgo looking to position himself, but he is warded out, so the team is going to back off right away. I feel like just looking at Ascend's positioning, they want something to happen, but they don't really feel comfortable with getting anything done. Things haven't been working in their favor. Talrino now trying to cover the distance away from Solo Nazgul, who just landed the hive. And they're going to run in once again as Solo Nazgul pops the swarm. I have Talrino bugged out for me right now.
Yeah, I've just fixed that.
Alright, I'll pop up my shield. Where is it? Inky. There we go. Shield up. Going back. 10, 3, 2, 1. Back. Forward. Okay. And 11, 8, 9, 10. NATO6 now caught inside the Decker cage with the rest of the team. Quenching Seals does go out. NATO6 picks up the kill onto Zilla, using that Sparrow ultimate to burn through the enemy team as Solo Nazgul is going to pick up a kill on his own. He's going to walk back into mid lane. That's going to be a 2-0 trade once again. Score now 4-0. In the right lane, we are seeing Reflect chase down Shui, popping off. That ability, bringing out the Grey Blade. Spin to win, make it work. Reflect could be in a little trouble now. He's kind of overextended as the minions are doing damage to him. Shui trying to throw out the Judgment of the Heavens will not land. And Talrino's there. Do what he can. There is the rock dropped on his head. Followed up by Master Splinter using the Reversal Fortune. Black Hole going to keep him in there. G. Leo joins the fight as well. Shui in a lot of trouble as he comes back in at the wrong time. There is the Oracle following up with the Stasis Bomb, and Reflect still alive, barely kicking. J. Leo body blocking for the teammate as Solo Nazgul is doing what he can to peel out. I think if Solo does enough damage, the team can turn around without any issue.
Yeah. So then Nazgul always has to just wait till the enemy team took enough damage and come sweeping in, takes all the glory.
There's the curse being dropped out somewhere on the map. Taurino gets to live. With just barely any health. 75 health is what he walks away with. If Solo had the triple kill, that would be, the damage would have been covered. For sure. Zilla farming in the left lane right now. We have NATO Stick nearby looking to secure that gold buff from the enemy team. I think he'll be able to do it with pretty ease. Like, not too much issue. Purple buff spawning right now. Ian rotating over to grab that one. Red buff on the right side of the map. Solo Nazgul is going to be grabbing that. Instead, he opts to back. Hey, look, the red buff has a red buff. Do you see that?
That's weird.
This is a little orb hovering around the red buff.
Just taking a quick look at the CXP.
Ian Fidago hovering
We
behind.
have NATO 6 on.
Hovering behind NATO 6 now. He gets hit by the colossal blow. There's the subjugate. Hole in one confirmed. Followed by Zilla with a triple shot. Ian Fidago is the one to secure the kill. Fortunate for Zilla, who could very much use the CP right now.
I mean, anything they can get right now is good. That puts Ian Fidago on the scoreboard now at 1-0. Yeah, I was just kind of saying.
Reno's in a bunch of trouble right now as the smash and grab is landed. He's bleeding out. Reflect around the corner. There is the teleport. Reflect chasing after. There is the curse to finish the job off. Ian's now joining into the fight and walking away. Taurino just getting caught in the wrong place at the right time.
Nice 6 kills to 1 now. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Sorry, NATO Sick now sitting on 23 CXP to Zilla's 20. So not a massive gap opening up. I think he did like that kill onto NATO Sick, but you know, as long as it comes down on your team, you don't really care.
Alright, NATO Sick now just freezing the wave in the left lane. Has a nice big fat one. He's sitting at 79, now 80 CP. Zilla at 78, so they are 1-for-1. NATO just has the advantage on the kills right now, so Zilla doing a good job of just keeping up in CS onto the enemy carry. Solo Nazgul nearby, tossing a hive into the mid lane, actually landing it on top of Decker. Taurino rotating back into the mid lane as well, trying to get the poke off. Will miss Solo Nazgul. Black buff is spawned. Goes to J Leo. Purple buff is spawned. Goes to Solo Nazgul. And now we have the advantage. Solo Nazgul opting not to use the purple buff. He's going to get rid of it. Farm in the mid lane. J Leo using the black buff to secure some jungle camps.
Yeah, with the Grux, with the bleed and the blight, like we said, he can absolutely melt through these camps.
Alright, Taurino hovering above the air. Just, you know, getting a nice bird's eye view of what's going on around him. Ian Fidago warding out the raptor camps. Very quiet game.
Yeah, you know, yeah, there seems to be a lot of happening. So sort of very quickly a pick off and then that's it. No real sort of continuated team fights. But these Raptors could change this as it comes to the 16-minute mark and no one's still really challenged these.
Zilla's trying to stop J Leo from doing any damage to the Raptors. Ian Fidago and Taurino on the other side of the Raptor pit, waiting for themselves in place. J Leo dashing in now to Taurino, going for the smash and grab, but realizing he's too far away for that to be anything really significant. We do have
this game
very
a little bit more slow paced, yeah.
Even though like we're watching the same thing happen with Frost, there was such a huge advantage for the one team, and they're not doing anything with it. It may be because, like, who knows, people might be trying to adjust their playstyles, getting ready for the exhibition that's happening in a couple weeks. You know, taking things more seriously as there's more weight added to the tournaments now, right?
No, I don't think it's so much that. I just think that they're just biding the time and waiting for the right team fight and not really trying to force stuff.
Ian Fidago going on to Solo Nazgul as he lands the subjugate and then jumps on top of him. There is 3 people caught in the cage of the Decker, but no one's really doing anything about that. Greystone now going, nope. Greystone in there as well, but Muriel's going to use the Reversal of Fortune. They're going to pick up 3. Last 2 left are the duo lane. Oracle's going to drop down the stasis bomb, pop the quenching scales. As he begins to walk away, Reflects jumping around him to try and get on top of him, but not going to be enough. He walks away. That's easily a 3-0 trade.
Yeah, there should be a free Raptors right now.
Yeah, Raptors are going to be free, especially with NATO having the passing ability on Sparrow. Burning down the Raptors. First Raptors actually going to Jay Leo. Second one.
Do you think he said sorry for that?
I don't think so. I think the jungler deserves one.
Yeah.
Like, just...
I mean, when it's a Grux and a Sparrow, the bleed procs and how fast the damage is going down, it's kind of hard to control who actually gets that.
King's both farming up once again. There's still a black buff hovering around the map and no one's taken yet. Kind of curious to see if Talrino's going to go hunting for it. And he does find it. Grabs that one a minute after it spawns.
It's not often we see a black buff sort of
hanging around,
sitting there.
Talrino trying to get as much farm as he can as he's very far behind the enemy team. He's level 7 right now. Still a Nazgul sitting at level 9. Reflect at level 10.
Yeah, that's one thing the Greystone can do, and that is chew through minions, just like a mobile lawnmower, just sort of going through things and just cutting them down.
Oh, alright. Yeah, I'm very surprised. What do you think Ascend needs to do here to kind of get the game more in their favor?
It's difficult. I mean, we've seen they can rotate when they put that pick on to NATO. When they do come in, the sort of communicated strikes where they're calling the targets, they can sort of bring together to get them, but they're not really capitalizing on them. And when it comes to a team fight, there seems to be really lacking right now.
They are jumping on.
I think. Oh yeah, Paragon coming up.
They jumped onto it, but they backed off as soon. Slow Nazgul landing the mark on top of Talrino. And he's gonna back off in that one. That could have been very much a prime for them. Shui's still stuck over in the right lane, trying to farm, go at the wave. As Reflect now has advantage. He's gonna try and burn that tower down and get some jump pads off.
Yeah, Fidalgo just chilling around with that purple buff, didn't really have the target there to make use of it. We've seen it all through today. There was several purple ganks that really effective.
Now going on the 2v1 into the enemy jungle. Talrino joins the fight as well. There is the question. Scales follow up. He might be able to get away from this right now. Still Nazgul joined the fight as well. Talrino chasing him down. He's going to wrap around. There's the ultimate being burned out by Reflect. It does land onto 2. Talrino using the slow to keep him in place. And before he hits the ground, it's going to be Ian Fandalgo siphoning him. Shui now getting caught out by J. Leo Grande. They were on prime half a second ago. And they managed to use that to their advantage to get a pick. So Nazgul now getting another pick onto Talrino. He's now sitting 4-0-2. J. Leo not 1 kill, but he has 10 assists. So he's got 90% kill participation.
Yeah, that's the thing with Grux. You're the initiator. You're there to pull him in and just put a little bit of damage, put that bleed on him, and just allow your team to mop up.
Slow Nazgul catching Ian Fandago in the jungle, throwing down the hive and stealing one of the minions. A little bit of BM. Blue buff is spawned right now. They're going to give that to the Moragesh as they rotate over. NATO sick with a black buff, and he sees Zilla. Gets hit by the Alacrity, jumping in now. Grenade goes out, will miss. Triple shot goes out. NATO burning down the ultimate because he knows he has the advantage. Easy kill for NATO sick. Now on his own killing spree, and he's gonna back off there. They have advantage to go do prime.
I'm still really impressed with this Muriel and how well and how effective. It felt like the previous version, she was just like a really bad pick for support, but now with the rework of her kit and also the shields, it's just been a real bonus to him. And it allows her to be an actual pick now rather than sort of a hate pick where she's just sort of forced to have it.
And there is J. Leo getting hit by the colossal blow. He gets ulted by Muriel. It's actually going to save J. Leo's life as he dashes away. Talrino ulting a little high in the air. Shui landing a great judgment of the heavens, helping Ian Fandalgo get the kill. Subject goes down, lands on top of Solo Nazgul, getting burned down by Shui. He might be able to walk away as Shui chooses a different target instead of the one he was on. Gets himself killed. Ian Fandago now fighting Reflect. Ventilate coming out of Zilla as he's trying to pick up a kill onto Reflect, and burn down that ultimate. Will not be able to as the team body blocks for him. Reflect gets his ult for another day.
Yeah, and I think at the minute it's Ian Fidalgo who's basically leading the push from Team Ascend to try and get something going. He's putting quite a bit of damage, able to chunk down Solanowski, but unable to secure the kill right there. As Shui decides to, like you said, goes onto a different target and just quickly gets blown up for it.
Nadosic burning down the Raptors with his ultimate in just a few seconds. Black and red is spawned right now. Solanowski looking for the right buff. Gonna walk into the black buff, discover a nice, happy little present. I'm surprised he's not taking it yet, though. I think he's saving it for Nadosic. They're gonna look at taking Prime here if they do. J. Leo going onto the green buff. Ian Fidalgo going to siphon and steal the black buff away from Solanazgul. I think that's what he gets for just trying to hold it out. Subject goes down. It will miss from Ian. J. Leo dashes in, gets the Warlord's challenge off as he gets hit by the colossal blow. Teams are now rotating into the mid lane. It's going to be Reflect giving the red buff to Solanazgul. It's going to be a very big pickup for Team Reborn, already having the advantage, and Nazgul being as strong as he is going to do even more damage. 20% extra damage on abilities. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, just sponsored by those Shadow Scrolls, and he's got that Stasis gem as well. He's love having that, but just that ability to sort of absorb that burst when if you time it correctly.
It's pretty interesting how powerful Stasis gems become, because it's an ability you build. It's a card you can build power into without any issue.
And being cheaper now as well, and being universal just makes it so strong.
I don't know how I feel about it being universal. That's interesting. That being said,
I mean, we always complained there wasn't enough effective sort of active cards, but just giving it to more heroes is
one way to do it.
Probably a good thing for the game.
At least this time, because it opens up build diversity. Like we've said, we've seen NATO build Hemorrhage. We saw him build the Hemorrhage and the other card, the Bounty Stalker, in there, right? And it's definitely nice to see that over 6 out of an edge.
Yeah.
It's a step in the right direction for sure. Ian Fidalgo now dashing in, he hits the colossal blow, and will throw out the subject onto Reflect instead of Nadosic. Reflect goes down with his ultimate. Ian gets burned out. Reflect's gonna be the one to pick up the kill as Nadosic is going to use his ultimate, and there's the quenching skills coming in a Master Splinter. J. Leo tanking for the team. Piercing shot going to be killing Zilla. Talarina, the last one alive. The curse goes out, but the Stasis Gem saves his life. That could very well be the game unless Talarina can get a nice ultimate above everyone's head. They have more Prime. I don't know if he will do that much. No, he just goes to ult at the top of the map. That's going to be the end of the game. Reborn taking it away 2-0 against Ascend. Completely dominating everyone. Showing, though, they still got it. Maybe we'll see them at the qualifiers. Maybe we'll see them at the finals in August. Who knows? It's exciting, everyone.
I think that they're definitely they're setting out. I know you said they were trying to sort of hide tactics, but they just went out and just proving that, you know, they're still a force to be reckoned with, and they're more than ready for this upcoming tournament, I think.
With that being said, that is the last game for today, guys. We're going to host someone, and we're going to hop out of here. We'll see you again tomorrow. It's at noon, right, tomorrow?
I believe so.
All right, so we're doing it tomorrow at noon for the finals. PC Paragon Competitive League 1. You won't see me. You won't see Nate. You'll see probably Shane and Gems is who we have underwear. Hi, Saberblade. How's it going? All right, guys. Good games today. Thank you for doing it. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for participating. Make sure you check out the Matcherino. Exclamation mark Matcherino. Donate. There's codes. We do this. It's how we get the community to keep going and the competitive scene to keep growing. I'm Geronimo Jack. This is Nate Holmes. We're going to host someone, but we'll see you tomorrow.